guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and, well, you just tuned in pretty much in less than an hour after I posted the last thoughts video for sure. Good for you, I guess. So, I guess that kind of makes sense, seeing how I did mention that I did a double feature for sure. So, since after I got done pretty much putting up the first one, I guess I might as well put up another one as an added bonus for sure, because, yeah, we all love it when I actually do two thoughts videos on the exact same day for sure, which kind of makes sense, seeing how I did two movies on the exact same day for sure, and well, I guess pretty much since after the last one I actually did talk about Trap, what could possibly be next for sure? I know. How about a movie about a little boy that actually pretty much uses his magical purple crayon through to create whatever he wants through the power of imagination for sure. Does sound fun, right? Well, trust me, I think it does. Only to find that if you actually see the trailers for, of course, this one, you would definitely know all hope is dashed for sure. Yeah, I think you can kind of see where I'm getting at for sure. Looks like we're in for a pretty bad one for sure. I know that's saying a whole lot because I have seen plenty of bad movies for sure, and boy, it looks like we got another one for sure, so. But hey, I need to do something to give you guys what you want for sure, because hey, even if I did, then I would end up looking like a complete jerk to all of you, and I know I really didn't like, pretty much don't like doing that for all of you, because I care for all of you, all of my subscribers for sure, so. So yeah, I'm going into this one for sure, and I'm going to give it all I got for sure, so. So yeah, I guess ever since pretty much last time I talked about Trap for sure, looks like we might as well talk about another movie that just came out not too long ago that I had the privilege to go see very recently for sure, and yeah. I think it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front for sure, so yeah. And of course, since I did mention that earlier, I guess for today's movie that I'm going to be talking about for sure, how about one based on a well-known children's book that we all know and love, about a little boy who can create whatever he wants with his magic purple crayon through the power of his imagination for sure. I guess you can kind of see where I'm going at for sure, and if you couldn't tell based on what I've actually said, I think we pretty much, we're in for this one for sure, so yeah, if you can't already tell based on that little hint, I think we might as well go ahead and talk about the next film that I actually just saw not too long ago, which is, of course, Harold and the Purple Crayon. Yes, folks, we're finally talking about this one for sure. Not only is it the latest film that just came out not too long ago, but it's also based on the well-known children's book of the same name for sure, so yeah. It's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alright then, so before I could go ahead and talk about this latest film, I think it makes sense to give off a little background info on what I know about Harold and the Purple Crayon for sure. Now, for disclosure, and I need to get this out of the way, pretty much as a kid, I have read a good number of children's books for sure, but Harold and the Purple Crayon is one that I never actually read throughout my life as a kid for sure, but based on what I've actually learned based on my researching stuff, I actually do like the idea that pretty much the original book decided to go for. Pretty much, again, based on, of course, what I mentioned earlier, I do know it's pretty much about a little kid who actually has a purple crayon and uses it to draw whatever he wants through the power of his imagination, for sure. And I guess in all honesty, I actually do think it's actually quite a cute concept, for sure. So yeah, I think it's probably the best way I can actually describe the original, pretty much the original book, for sure. A cute story with a cute concept, for sure. So, but yeah, regardless of course that front, I definitely do know it has been around for a long time, for sure, and I guess I do kind of gag on that there are fans of the original book that really do love it, for sure, and good on you, for sure, and I mean, if anything, I know I've been missing out, for sure, and yeah, I do kind of wish I would have actually read up on the original book to see what it's like, for sure. So yeah, I think it's probably the best way you can actually put it, for sure. So yeah, but when I heard the news that they were going to be developing a whole feature film based on around the book, for sure, I actually got myself quite curious to see on how they're going to pull that one off, for sure, because, yeah, with what I've actually seen from the original book, I definitely do think there is some potential to make it into a movie, for sure. In fact, if anything, with what I've seen with the original book, I do think it does have a lot of great potential as being a pretty interesting animated film, for sure. In fact, I dare even say they did originally want to make it an animated film in the past, to which, in all honesty, I think it does sound interesting, for sure. I mean, based on the illustrations in the original book, for sure, yeah, I definitely do think it can work as a fully animated feature film, for sure. So that's something I actually do think would be quite interesting, for sure. But right around the time I heard it's going to be live action, and based on what I've actually seen in the trailers, my hopes for this movie were completely dashed, for sure. And yeah, if you have seen the trailers like I did, we definitely know hands down that this movie was gonna crash and burn by all means, for sure. Like, it is of course gonna be one big massive letdown of a movie that we would actually get, for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I actually was thinking when I saw the trailers for, of course, this one, for sure. But of course, I did manage to I have to do what I normally do. So luckily enough, right around after I just got out of seeing Trap, for sure, I did manage, yeah, all thanks to the yeah, pretty much as part of my double feature that I did, all thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas for letting me do so. As normally, you guys still rock. So yeah, after I managed to get done with, of course, Trap, I did manage to get myself in to go and see this movie, for sure, and well, now that I've officially got out of course, seeing it not too long ago, a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie now that I've already seen it? Well, much to my surprise, I was totally right, and of course, on what I actually said, so yeah. I guess for what it is, this movie, God, it was stupid. Yeah, I guess given to what I've actually seen, yeah, it's bad. I mean, it's like, really, really, really bad, for sure. Yeah, with what I've actually seen by far, I think it's a complete letdown all the way, and on top of all that, it pretty much has nothing to do with the original book it's actually based on. Yeah, it's that bag, people, and yeah. Yeah, that's probably what I can say on that front, for sure, so yeah. Alright then, so now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I'll go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about with, of course, this film. For starters is, of course, the story, and yeah, with what I've actually seen by far story-wise, yeah, if you have seen the trailers for sure, yeah, you definitely know the story. And of course, this one is just really disappointing by far. Yeah, and pretty much all it is of course, yeah, I don't need to describe, of course, the best way I can actually describe the story for sure. But again, if you have seen the trailers for, of course, this one, you'll definitely see, of course, what I was referring to for sure. But yeah, given to what I'm actually seeing, I definitely do think the story is, of course, pretty much really poorly executed for sure. And I don't even know what they were trying to go for with, of course, this one. And of course, with what I'm actually seeing, I really didn't follow through on, of course, what goes on. That really did kind of let me down a whole lot for sure. So yeah, I guess give it to all that. Yeah, I was not really impressed with, of course, the story for, of course, this one. And as for the writing, I have to say, yeah, that too I definitely do think is poorly executed by far for sure. Nothing has been written out quite well, and again, I think it pretty much has no connection to, of course, the original book whatsoever for sure. And even some moments that pretty much are written out pretty much in a way I think I was like, oh god, are we really doing this? Like, really? Yeah, I was actually left cringing, of course, on what they were actually going for with, of course, this one. And I was like, please, God, don't do this. Don't do this. Oh, God, they're doing it anyways. Like the movie is fully aware that some of the stuff they're doing is probably not going to work out quite well, and doesn't care one big for sure. And even the comedy, I have to say, as one thing. Yeah, there was never one moment that actually got me a huge laugh by far. Each and every single joke from my wife actually seeing really failed to give me a good laugh whatsoever for sure. And I think this is the kind of humor you would actually see in pretty much in films like, say, epic movie or disaster movie or date movie by far. Yeah, and all those others for sure where you would pretty much not be laughing, but pretty much be left in complete silence and in complete anger for sure. Yeah, it's that bad, people. I really couldn't get myself fully investing, of course, all that for sure. So yeah, those are, of course, what I can say for those aspects in a nutshell for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, guess I'm done with that, so. Alright, so now that I've actually got those out of the way, I'll go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I need to talk about, which is, of course, well, the characters. And yeah, I think with what I've actually seen, I do think the characters, of course, of this film, yeah, they are just so mean-spirited that I really couldn't get myself fully investing in, of course, all of them for sure. And not to mention, they are developed rather poorly for sure, in a way that I really couldn't get myself pretty much into all these characters for sure. So yeah. That's how much I really couldn't stand the characters for sure. They are so mean-spirited and so poorly developed that I really couldn't get myself intrigued on, of course, all of them for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say for that in a nutshell for sure. And I guess for the acting, I have to say, yeah, I think pretty much all the actors that came on board to play all these characters, yeah, their performances, in my opinion, pretty much range from bad to just standard best for sure. And yeah, I don't know pretty much I don't know pretty much on what goes on behind the scenes for sure. But I really couldn't get myself investing on, of course, their performances for sure. And yeah, I think it's what I could say, of course, that front. And I too felt that a good number of the actors for sure do kind of felt miscasting for sure. So yeah, probably I think the biggest culprit by far is that Zachary Levi, who played Harold in this film. I definitely know, I have seen him in good films in the past for sure, but I guess for the case of this film for sure, he is probably the biggest culprit, and of course being incredibly miscasting for sure. So yeah, I think he's pretty much the guy who's trying to pretty much act like the Harold in the original source material, not be like Harold in the original source material for sure. And again, pretty much still doesn't work. Of course, that front that really didn't get me investing. Of course, his performance for sure. Amongst plenty of the other actors that also happening part of this movie for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say for those aspects in a nutshell for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that. Alright, so now that I've got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Quite a whole lot, actually. I guess for starters is, of course, the visuals and the effects for sure, and yeah, I guess if anything with what I'm actually seeing, yeah, I guess the visuals and the effects, and of course this one, I really don't think actually worked quite well for sure. It really doesn't blend in with, of course, our surroundings pretty much during the course of this movie for sure. And the CGI for sure is not just bad, of course, on my front. I think it's pretty much on the category of we don't give a crap CGI for sure. And yeah, I will admit there are some parts in this movie that I do think are passable to say the least. Like pretty much of anything. Pretty much whenever Harold draws something on the purple crayon for sure, and the outline, of course, on what Harold is trying to draw that comes to life, I'll admit it actually is pretty much quite nice for sure, and it's the one thing from the original book they actually somehow got right for sure, and even pretty much some of the animated segments pretty much they showed off for sure, well, I guess in the first few minutes, it is fine. It does kind of match the original, yeah, almost comes close to matching the drawing style of the illustrations in the original book. But the rest, I have to say, really is a case of pretty much we don't give a crap at best for sure when it comes to the visuals and the effects for sure. So yeah. I think that's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. So yeah. And of course, for the direction this film, to which I did look it up, and it is done by the same director who did Ice Age and Rio for sure. Yeah, I really don't think pretty much the director of this film is really on his A game for sure. It does kind of feel directionless to say the least for sure. So yeah, and of course for the cinematography in this film, well, pretty much of anything, it does actually give off some really good camera shots they actually throw in for sure. But it really doesn't fit in well with, of course, everything that goes on for sure, in a way that really doesn't get me quite invested with the film's surroundings for sure. So yeah, and of course the editing, I have to say, that I will have to say is cut up so poorly, in my opinion, that pretty much of anything, I really don't think it actually works quite well with everything that goes on for sure. And even the pacing, I have to say, is massively off with what it's trying to do for sure. And yeah, I think with everything that I've actually said, of course, this film, you can definitely see why for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I can say. Of course, this one got for sure. So yeah, overall, yeah, Harold and the Purple Crayon is nothing more but a mindless and dumb kids flick that I'm pretty sure pretty much kids pretty much would try to get into, but I don't think it'll be worth any time showing it to them for sure. And I can definitely know that adults, hands down, we actually smell on how bad he is from like a mile away for sure. And yeah, I think with everything that I actually said for sure, it doesn't work well for a feature film in a nutshell. And on top of all that, which I guess is the biggest culprit that this movie, or I guess the biggest crime that this movie committed for sure, is that it literally has little to nothing to do with the original source material. Yeah, the original source material it's based on for sure. Yeah, and I definitely do think that's the biggest crime this movie committed for sure, which, yeah, as a whole, I really don't think it actually works quite well for sure. That really got me incredibly disappointed for sure. So yeah. Yeah, that's probably the best way I can actually put it for sure. And the saddest thing about this one by far is that I think, if anything, since it was first developed, I do think there's a lot of potential, of course, this one. I mean, really look back, of course, this one. Could you really see this film be done as, like, an animated feature film? But yeah, give it to the original illustrations from the original book for sure, and not to mention from the later books that came out afterwards for sure. I think it would have been amazing if it was an animated feature film for sure. I think it would have been a really great opportunity waiting to happen for sure. Hell, I dare even say pretty much the original books were indeed adapted into an animated series that came out years ago for sure. And from what I've actually seen, it actually does look interesting and does follow the original books actually quite well for sure. So yeah, I guess if that being the case, with the original books being made into an animated series, I do think this film could have been a lot better if it was pretty much an entire animated feature film for sure. I dare even say it could actually be almost on the same level as, say, the Peanuts movie from nearly a decade ago for sure. So yeah, that would have been interesting to see, and we could have gotten a much better movie for sure, but from what we got with, of course, this one, I guess we're stuck with this one for sure. Just nothing more but a wasted opportunity that completely let us down all the way, and yeah. And I guess as a whole, this movie is indeed really bad for sure. So yeah, I really don't think it's actually worth showing your kids to for sure. And I definitely know it's something that pretty much is something that you could avoid by far. And yeah, definitely not worth the recommendation hands down. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say. Of course, this film as a whole for sure. So yeah, I guess I'll give it to all that. I'm gonna give this film, like, yeah, now I remember, I'm gonna give this film a 3 out of 10 as my final score for sure. Clearly, it has let me down all the way and has nothing to do with the original books it's actually based on. And it's nothing more but a mindless and dumb kids flick that I definitely don't think is worth checking out for sure. So yeah. Could have been much better if it was entirely animated as a whole for sure. But I guess for the case of this flick, I definitely know pretty much this is one certain I guess this is certainly one bad crayon that I won't be drawing with anytime soon. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that pretty much takes care of that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, let me know, yeah, I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of Harold and the Purple Crayon, if you've actually seen it for sure? Do you actually really like it and think it's actually something that you think is quite passable, or are you like me and you absolutely hate it and has nothing to do with the original books whatsoever, or are you somewhere in between where you think it's alright for sure? So yeah, let me know in the comment section below if you've seen this movie for yourself. I would definitely love to know on what you guys think. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest Fox video, and well, now that I've finally got my double feature out of the way, I'm quite curious to see what other ones I'll actually plan to go see for sure for this month for sure, and well, I guess if some that I'm not actually excited for would actually let me down, well, I guess if anything, all I can say is, you know the old saying, nowhere to go but up? Well, I guess there is another saying that I just made up right but now, which is nowhere to go but down. But who knows, maybe some of the other movies that'll be coming out later this month might surprise us in such a way, but we may never know for sure. We'll have to wait and see what happens for sure. So yeah, but I'll be sure to let you guys know when my next thoughts video will come around for sure, to see what I actually thought of it for sure. But until that comes around, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack447TV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.